Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, 5 September 2010, MNC 1, Series 2, Session number 2. And last week we spoke about all the 4 souls that Imam Ali alayhi salam said we have. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes? How many souls did you have?
4.
Give me one of the names.
Plantic soul.
Another one.
Animal soul.
Another one.
Intellectual soul.
Ahsan, intellectual soul. Another one. Good, so mashallah, very good. I'm really proud to be here teaching you guys. Okay, we want to further go ahead. Now we said we have 4 souls. About plantic soul. Let's get to know a little bit about the plantic soul. Plantic soul has got 2 major tools, or we call them faculties. Right? You know what this faculty means? Tools that it uses. Plantic soul uses two tools to do its job, because every soul has a job to do. Don't take notes. Just listen to me. I think you better understand this way. This audio file, I put it on the internet. You can download later on to listen. But now let's learn now. So each of these souls, they have a job to do. Do you remember? Who remembers what was the job of plantic soul? What do we do with the plantic soul, honey? Good. Ahsan. So to do its job, plantic soul uses 2 faculties or 2 tools. One is feeding. The plantic soul has got a major faculty, major tool, which is the feeding tool. What is the feeding tool? Feeding tool is quite a hell of a job. It has to do. It takes the food ingredients, right? In our body, right? We are talking about our body. Even in the plants outside would be the same thing. But in our body, we are talking about the soul, our plantic soul of a human being. What it does, it takes the food, when we eat the food, it first grabs the food in the tongue, right? It then swallows the food, it goes down. Then when it goes here, Zulaykha, listen. When it goes here to the stomach, it starts the process of digestion. You know that, right? And then the major important part of the feeding. Sorry? You're talking to me? The major important part of the feeding is, I told you, I forget what I say. If you don't want to listen to me, if you don't want me to be here, tell me I'll go out. Shall I go? You want me to be here? You want me to continue? Thank you. So, the major important part of the feeding, we called it feeding. Remember this word. I will ask question about this. That feeding is the soul, that plantic soul converts the food into the body parts that we have. Because, for instance, we have got liver, right? We have got kidney. We have got the stomach itself. We have got intestines. All those things inside the body, outside the body, right? If you have not read yet, but you will learn when you go to school, they are losing the cells all the time. Some of the cells are dying off. And this feeding tool converts the food, changes the food into the body organs, and add it to our body organs. For instance, my liver will lose, this is an example, 10 million cells. It dies, 10 million of its cells dies in 1 week. But what happens if it just keeps losing the cells? Then my liver will finish. So it needs some more body cells, liver cells to be made, to be added to my liver. Same thing with my kidney. Same thing with my heart. Same thing with my brain, right? So this is the job of the feeding tool or feeding faculty of plantic soul. So one part. So what was the first tool of the plantic soul? Feeding tool. Ahsan. Feeding tool. Okay? And the second tool. The second tool is growing tool. It grows, makes things grow. My nails grow. My hair grow. My body grow. I grow. When I was this much, this tall, I gradually grew and grew and grew, right? So the growth faculty, or the growing tool. So we know 2 important tools for the plantic soul. One is feeding. Another one? Growing. Ahsan. MashaAllah, they're so smart. Much smarter than them. I have to tell them 10 times they learn. But I only tell here once or twice. So, this is about plantic soul. Only this much we want to learn about plantic soul. So, plantic soul has 2 faculties. So, whenever I say faculty, now you know what I mean by faculty? Yes? Faculty means tools, right? So, how many tools for, or how many faculties for plantic soul? How many?
2.
What are they?
Feeding and growing.
And growing. Ahsan. So, let's get on to animal tools. Because we said we have got also an animalistic soul, right? We have an animal soul. Do I have animal soul? Yes? So I am an animal too? Yes? Of course I am an animal too. Right? Similarly, the animal soul to do its job. What was the job of animal soul? Do you remember? No. What was the job of it?
To keep us alive.
Ahsan, to keep us alive. Good. It gives us the life. The life is with our animal soul. So, the animal soul also has got 5 faculties or 5 tools. What are those 5 tools? I know you all know, but let me tell you. 5 tools. One is seeing tool. Seeing. My eyes. Okay? Yes? Seeing. My ears, which I do. What do I do with it? Hearing. So remember, the faculty is not ear. The tool is not ear. The tool is what? Hearing. It's different. The hearing tool. The seeing tool. What is the other one? Touching tool, yes. But with touching, animal or all of us, we understand things, right? Sometimes when we get to know some things, then we close our eyes and with hand, with touching, we know what they are, right? And what other thing? Hearing, I said it. Tasting, ahsan. So tasting is another faculty. Another one left.
Smelling.
Ahsan. So we have got 5 faculties. You have not been here before? You have? Okay. You have been with the same team? Okay. What was your name? Rokhshan. They all have so beautiful names they have. Most of this class, almost all of them. Honestly. Yeah, except your name. What was your name? Irfan. That's beautiful. I really love that name. And you know, my interest is Irfan. The topic of Irfan is my interest. Not you, the topic. Okay, Irfan. So we have got 5 tools for our animal soul. What were them? You tell me one of them. Seeing. You tell one of them. Tasting. You tell one of them.
Touching.
Touching. You tell one of them.
Smelling.
Smelling and say one of them. Hearing. Ahsan. I didn't ask you. I usually deduct numbers from you if you just say yourself. I have to ask you. Okay, so now we know animal soul has got 5 faculties. And we know our plant soul has got 2 faculties. Alright, so let's see what the soul itself is. Does anyone know what is the soul? No? We spoke about the soul, but we don't know still what the soul is. What is it?
Every single one of them.
Sorry?
Every single one of them is inside the soul, like animal soul.
No, but I'm asking what is the soul itself? What is it? Who knows? Yes.
Is it like, not like physical body, it's like spiritual body?
Yes. That's another name for it. But what is it? You're just giving me another name for it.
It helps us to feel emotions and like live life not physically as well, but also emotionally and like.
No, good. Okay, let me give you a little bit of explanation. Then I'll again come back to it. See, if I cut one of my hands, imagine we have seen a lot of people they don't have one hand. If I cut one of my hand, is anything deducted from me as me when I say I? All of you, when you say I. If I lose one of my hands, can I still say I, or my I is hafna? Sorry? I can say I? Do I still have the same, all the I had, I still have it?
No.
No? No? Yes? So do you think when a person, have you seen some people that have lost 2 legs, for instance?
Yes.
And even some people no hand and no leg. Do you think when they say I, they don't feel the same I that we do feel? They feel they are half the eye or they are 1/4 of an eye?
Yeah.
They feel? Okay. Really? Do you think so? Okay, let me ask you another question. Those people who have got heart transplant, you know that his heart is taken away, doesn't work. They put a new heart of someone else into his. Do you think he can't say I anymore? No? Instead of I, he says you? What does he say? When he says I, he means the same thing, you know, right? He's not a different person, is he? He is?
It's his soul. His soul is still alive.
Ah, Ahsan. Good on you, you got it. So, even if I lose everything, all my food, my hand, I don't know what else I can lose, my eyes, someone comes and cut my nose as well, and even my tongue is gone. Imagine me with just a trunk body, which I can only breathe. I still have eye. Right? My eye is not any different with your eye. Not this eye. I'm talking about eye. Okay? Oh. I did not mean this eye. I said when I say... Oh, the whole time you were thinking of that eye. Oh my God. No, when I say I go, I come, I eat, I sit, I talk. I'm talking about this eye. Yes? I'm talking about myself. Okay? Myself. So when I talk about myself, when I say I come, means me, I come, I myself will come. Okay? So, now you answer me now. Now answer me now. Imagine, if all my hands and foot, legs are lost, can I still say I sit?
Yes.
Can I say I eat?
Yes.
When I say I sit or I say I eat, is this I any different from the I that you say? No. So we all say I. So what is that I? So apparently, this shows us that I is not this. It's not my body. It's something different. That is the soul. Okay? That thing that you refer to when you say I come, I sit, I talk, I see, I hear, I touch, I taste, all of these, that's the soul. So what does the soul do? Now, to just bring it a little bit closer to your mind, if you have not seen but you have heard, you can imagine people who have died. Okay? He was alive, he was talking and walking like me, and next tomorrow he's died. Can he walk anymore?
No.
What does he not have that he had before? Ahsan. That very thing that makes that physical body sit, talk, manage itself, wash, taste, smell. This physical that which will run this physical body, this manages this physical body is the soul. Right? So the body itself doesn't do anything. If I did not have the soul, I wouldn't be able to do any of these things. You agree?
Are you saying physically?
Sorry?
Are you saying you wouldn't be able to do anything?
Anything physically, you're right, Ahsan. So all of my body part wouldn't work. My tongue, my brain, and all of this. So did you get it any closer to your mind what the soul is? Soul is what manages the matter. My body is matter, so my soul is managing my body. Yes. Okay. I think this would be enough for you today. That's it. Was it quick? Really? You want more? MashaAllah, you have so much appetite for learning. So let me see how much I spoke. Sorry? Talk in a way that I hear you too, okay? I've got a little bit of hearing problem. So you have to call me and say, but about Mr. Bassam, then I say yes, and then you talk to me so that I hear you. So we said, out of those 4 souls, we spoke about the faculties of plantic soul. What was the plantic soul faculties?
Breathing and growing.
Ahsan. And we also spoke about the faculties of animalistic soul. What were they? Tell one of the faculties. One of the faculties? Hearing. Irfan, another faculty?
Of what?
Of the animal soul.
Taste.
Tasting. And you?
Hearing. Sorry.
You?
Hearing, touching.
Touching. Ahsan. And you?
Smell.
Smelling. And you? And you? And you? And you? So we don't have more than 5, do we? So I said it all. And we also learned about the soul. What soul is. Okay? What is soul? Managing the body. Ahsan, mashallah. I'm really happy with your group. I told you, you as a whole are competing with that group too. So MNC1 is competing with MNC2. So I want you to get the highest marks and beat them because they think they are grown up and they think they know very much. So, but so far, I tell you, the result of the last week, listen to me, the exciting part of it, the result of the last week, you are a lot ahead of them. Yeah, understand? Honestly, I was very surprised. They were a lot. Most of them got 100%. Most of them. Few of them got 85 or 90%. That was beautiful. I give you your papers before I leave, okay?